Hi guys, let's start this video. Hi guys, hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Beesoyeakin. If this is your first time tuning in, guys, I welcome you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for watching it. And guys, if you're my returning subscriber, thank you so much for returning, coming back. It's always a delight to have you come back to Beesoye's channel to watch my videos. Anyway, guys, today from my previous video where I spoke about asking you guys if Johannesburg is expensive, so this is a continuation to that video. I want us to talk about it. Is Joburg really expensive, and why, or what makes it, what are things, the components, what makes it expensive? So I want us to go into details of what makes Johannesburg expensive. What is the cost of living in Joburg? If you are new, if you've been living here, you're planning to live in Joburg, maybe your work is bringing you, or you are traveling to Joburg to just live in Johannesburg for a while, or you just find yourself in Johannesburg somehow, but just have an idea of what the cost is living in Joburg. So guys, I will first emphasize on the part of you having an income. Like I said in that video, you need to have a stable income. You need to have a form of a means of livelihood, something that earns you money, maybe weekly or twice a week or every month. You need to have an income, so that brings you the money that you can pay your bills, pay your rent, pay everything that will sustain you for that month to go into the next month. So guys, once we've cleared that part, because I really spoke about it in my previous video, saying you need to have an income, a stable income, a legal way of making ends meet. So guys, with that being said, let's move to the cost of renting an apartment. So guys, living in Johannesburg, they are different. Johannesburg is big. And I also did mention in one of my videos that Johannesburg has the largest population, like the largest population of people are in Joburg. In South Africa, you find them in Johannesburg. So Johannesburg is busy. It's a city center. It's the economic hub of South Africa. It's big. You find that different areas attract different rental prices. So we have beautiful places in Joburg. You have your Sandton, beautiful. We have Waterfall, which is like the new Sandton now, beautiful apartment, luxury apartment. You have even those that are not luxury, like your normal apartment rentals. They are also clean, they are beautiful, they are well presented, well taken care of, most especially those that has an estate, or they're in a complex. They are well maintained. It's clean. It's when you see places or you go view houses, a lot of effort has been put into building, making sure that an apartment looks presentable for anyone who is going to be living in it. So guys, so different areas attract different prices. Your price in Johannesburg CBD cannot be compared. The price there cannot be compared to the price that you get in the environs of Joburg. So when we talk about the environs, I'm talking about Parktown. I'm talking about Parktown South, by the way, because that's closer to CBD. I'm talking about your Braamfontein. I'm talking about your Auckland Park. So guys, those areas, they are nice suburbs that surround Joburg CBD. So you'll find that the prices of apartments there are not the same prices as the apartments in Joburg CBD, and the same goes for any area. So different areas attract different prices, so you need to know that. So it all depends on where you want to live. So if you are going to be renting an apartment, a one-bedroom apartment, if you are single or you are a family, or you and your husband, or husband and wife, no kids yet, and you just want a place that is accessible to maybe your work, and if you're working in Joburg, maybe you're working in you're a lecturer, you're working in a higher institution, for example. So we have UJ and FIT in Joburg, close to CBD. So if you're going to be renting an apartment there, for example, and you want a place easy, very accessible for you to go to work, you might end up, if you're getting a place in Joburg CBD, the prices there might start from, let's say, 3,000 to 3,005, compared to if you are living in Braamfontein. So a Braamfontein will attract the price from a 5,000 to 6,005 is the nicer, like a more safe, secure, beautiful environment of Joburg. That is why they attract more price, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So your price in CBD will not be the same price in Johannesburg or the suburbs that are around Joburg. So different rentals attract different prices. So the same goes for someone who is living in Midrand, for example, and maybe you work in Waterfall. If you want to live in Waterfall, the rent there cannot be the same as someone who is in Midrand. So if you are renting in Waterfall, the price from Waterfall goes as far. For a one bed, you might be getting a 9,000 rand, or a 8,500, or if you find, if you are, maybe you are renting directly from the owner, maybe you are getting a 7,500. You those prices, two in 9,000 for a 1 bed, a 2 bed apartment in Waterfall. So compared to you living in Midrand is also an environment, it's a suburb close to Waterfall, and you for a 2 bed you can be getting 7,000, you can be getting 6,500 for a 2 bedroom in Midrand. So different prices, but you just need to know what area works for you, what will work for where you are going to work, maybe you're a family person, where your kids are going to school, and if you're working from home, it doesn't make any difference. You can as well live in somewhere you have peace of mind, you're happy with where you are, the environment is okay, it's secured, you are in a beautiful space. You can as well rent that if you are working from home. But if you have to go out there to your offices, you need to look at places that are close to your offices, and that may depend on which area it is, because different areas attract different prices. I hope I've been able to share some light with that regard. So every month you are paying 7,000 for an apartment. So let's say, for example, you opt for an area in Waterfall, and you are going to be paying an apartment of 1 bed, 1 bath, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. It has an open lounge. Most apartments I've seen, most houses now that are building, they are open plans, and you find an open plan with your kitchen, and it has a bed, and it has a bathroom, a full bathroom. You find that apartment goes for 7,000. So 7 times 12, that's a year. You are paying 84,000 rents for the year. Now let's move to utilities. So together with your rental, you need to also consider the fact that you'll be paying electricity and water every month. In addition to the rent, it also depends on how you use electricity, how you use your water. Water is not that expensive, but electricity bill can be quite high. Like my estate, somebody will come in every month to read our meter, and then we'll have the bill sent to us, and then we pay that bill. When it's winter, you tend to get notifications that your electricity bill will increase, because a lot of people tend to use more electricity during that period compared to when it's summer. So an average of 1,000, 1,500 should be allocated for electricity and water every month. You might pay less and you might pay more, but averagely for every month you are spending 1,500. So together, because now the scenario I'm trying to paint for you here is someone living in a 1 bed apartment in Johannesburg or Waterfall, 1 bedroom, directly from the owner, which costs you 7,000 and 7,500. In addition to that, you are paying for 1,500, 1,500 electricity bill. So you have, let's say 7,000. So you have 8,500 every month you need to pay every month for 12 months for the year. So that is your rent and electricity. Now we go to food. Guys, food. There's a lot of retail stores where you can shop. There's a lot of places where you can buy in bulk. So depending on the size of your family, if you you are one person or you are just a couple on budget, you may want to try buying in bulk, or buying in places where or in shops where that the prices are not too high compared to going to a store where it's quite expensive. So if you are buying in bulk, you may want to check your Joburg CBD for perishables, or you go to big markets for your perishables, and then you can supplement by going to other retail stores to get your normal groceries for the month. So an average family, a family of 2, like just husband and wife, should be spending less than 2,000 rand, 2,500 every month for their food, for their grocery shopping every month. 2,000, 2,500 every month for your shopping. An average of 2,500 should be okay if you are not overshooting. And I know a lot of things have become expensive just during this whole lockdown period. Now that we're out of it, we are still recovering. A lot of us are still recovering from things have been expensive. I have also noticed the price change from things I bought prior to COVID. During COVID, my perishables, I'll buy them in bulk, and then my regular shopping, like my groceries, cereals for the kids, rice, the things I know I would need, food, I go to Food Lovers. You go to Food Lovers. There's the Pick and Pay, there's Woolworths if I want to get things in Woolies, and that can be a bit pricey because of the brand. So you'll find a lot of things is they specify if this chicken is grain fed, if this chicken is organic, you would see clearly what is it that you're buying. Compared to other stores, they might not be that detailed. You're just buying what you see, so you know what you're buying in shops like that, and you would tend to spend more because of the brand that they have, or because of who they have, what they sell. So compared to other retail stores, or you go to your ShopRite, or you go to Spar, you go to Checkers, or you go to Pick and Pay, you get the same type of food variety, or the specifics may not be there compared to Woolies, but you might still get the same thing in all the stores. So if you have a list of 10 items, or you have a list of 20 items, and I'm making an example, and that costs you 2,500 in ShopRite, you cannot spend the same item for 1,500 in Woolies. You can't. So it all depends on where you are buying as well. So like a family of two, like the example I've been giving earlier on from the rental, so family of two, a couple living in a one bed, you know, their rental with electricity is 8.5. They come to food, you spend like 2,500 for the month for food. Like I've mentioned, stores, you get, you know, Food Lovers will sell a variety of things. You can practically go to Food Lovers and get everything that you want, your protein, your vegetables, your fruits, everything is in Food Lovers. If you don't want to go there, you want to get other things, or you can't find certain things there, you go to other retail stores, your ShopRite, your Pick and Pay, you know, you get other things there. Just be on budget if you don't want to overspend, because sometimes I also get a lot of that. I get screamed at because I know I go to the shop and I buy things that are not on my list. I buy things that are not on my list. So guys, it's I don't know if it's a woman thing or it's just me. If you are like me, please let me know in the comment section. You take a list to the shop, but you end up buying more than what is on that list. So at the end of the day, I'm spending more. So guys, because I know we need these things, by the way, so it all depends. So like this perfect family, I'm portraying, husband and wife live in one bed, their rental, their food, and then after food we come to transport. Guys, do you want to take public transport or you want to have your own car? Car is a necessity in South Africa, guys. Car is not luxury, honestly. Car is not luxury, and this is to put no pressure on anybody, but Uber, now there's a new one, Didi, that has just landed in our space, and I haven't used it yet, but I hear a lot of people get discount. If you are new here and you're looking for affordable transport, you can always use any of these if you don't want to use the public transport. And by the way, the public transport system here is also, it's one of a kind. It's one of a kind. But if you want to go to somewhere major, you have to go to the taxi rank, which has like the different bus taxis that goes to. So when I say taxi, it's not a private taxi. Your public transport it's called taxi here. So you need to then go to the rank where you say, no, I'm going to Randburg, and then I bought a taxi going to Randburg, and it dropped me off in the rank there also, and I navigate my way to wherever I'm going. Or I can drop along the way as well, but if you don't know where you are going as yet, or you are new to the system, you may want to get to the rank and then find another taxi that will take you to where you're going, because if you tend to drop along the way or on the roadside, you may just get lost and you may have to take a long walk or end up taking taxify, and you've been trying to avoid that. That's why you've been trying to avoid that. That's why you want to take a taxi. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the transport system in South Africa is very structured. You need to go to a certain place to get the taxi going to somewhere else, except you're using your Taxify or your Uber or your Didi. We also have the train system. So we have the train system, we have the local train, and we have the high-end, the luxury train system also. I know in Durban then there used to be all this local, you know, trains that will take people from Kwamashu, or they'll take people from Mlazi, you know, you take people from the townships, bring them to the city. We have the out train. The out train takes people, it's from airport or Tambo. You can actually take the train from the airport to Pretoria. So from the airport, it stops at Parktown. From Parktown, it goes to Rosebank. No, from airport it stops at Rhodesfield. From Rhodesfield it goes to Parktown, I think. From Parktown it goes to Melrose, Rosebank. From Rosebank it goes to Marlborough. From Marlborough it goes to Sandton. From Sandton it goes to Midrand. From Midrand it goes to Centurion. Brilliant train system. I know anytime I go into our train, I have no worries. I'm like, I'll get to my destination. The prices for train is not expensive. So, but if I'm going to be taken from the airport to Midrand, for example, or from the airport to Pretoria, maybe plus or minus 100 rand. But I don't think I'll even use up to 100 rand. You can even get a one trip 35 rand, double trip maybe 60, 65. If you are buying like a monthly voucher or a monthly ticket, it's reasonable and affordable. So you find a lot of people maybe who are working in Sandton and coming from Pretoria would, you know, opt to use the train, park their cars at the train station and just use the train, and then rather than driving all the way. So the train system is also a fantastic transport system here in Johannesburg, here in Gauteng province. So for this same family, so for their transport every month, let them just budget if another 1,500 every month for transport if you are using a public transport. But if you're going to be using Taxify, Ubers every day, no, 1,500 will not cut it. If you have to go to work every day, except if your work is 20 rand. If your work is even 3 kilometers, even if you're spending 20 rand every day, 20 times 5 is 100 rand. So that is 400 rand for the month if you are going to work every day, and that is if your transport is, your Uber is just 20 rand. So but if it's not, your transport cannot be using Uber and Taxify every month, it cannot be 400 rand. So you need to, if you are using public transport, 1,000 and another 1,005 should be budgeted for transport every month for transport. So but if you're going to be using other means, or you can come into agreement with someone, and there are other options of transport. You can get someone to share with, or I know there's this there are different communities. Even on Facebook, you can join a community on Facebook depending on where you live, and ask if there's somebody going to the direction where you are going, where you can share transport with, and that may really help. Because if you want a system where you don't have to pay too much, and you're looking for a convenient way, you can just tell this approach even your colleagues at work or something, that I can support you with petrol every month, and then you pay that to them every month, and they pick you up and they drop you off. I know I did that as well when I was working in Woodmead then, guys, and I was working in Woodmead, and then I used to come from Midrand, and I noticed that I just couldn't get I couldn't get a transport that would take me directly from Midrand to Woodmead. The closest I could get was going to Alex, and they would drop me by Macro, and then I had to walk from Macro Woodmead, walk to my office park, and that was a long work. So I had to look for someone who was working in the area and lived in my area, and then who would pick me up and drop me, and at the end of the month I'll pay that person, or at the beginning of the month I'll pay that person the agreements that we have. So you can also opt to do that if you find that it worked for me at that point, because I was just tired, and I was pregnant then, so guys, I was not having it. So I had needed someone who would pick me and drop me off then. So if that you could find that system as well, it could work for you. So guys, another area we need to look at is also entertainment. So guys, when we talk about entertainment, I mentioned one of my videos, which is interesting facts about Joburg. So there are a lot of amusement places in Joburg, and there are a lot of places I did not mention as well. We have the botanical gardens, we have the zoo, we have the zoo lake, we have what is the Sulu Botanical Garden. There are a lot of outdoor entertainments that you can get to go, and places you could view, places you could just go and learn. There's the Soweto, there's Nelson Mandela, you can go there. So there's a lot of places you could go to in Joburg, just to relax, and it really doesn't cost much. COVID has really made a lot of us, not made a lot, we've been indoors for a while. So how do we entertain ourselves? I think Netflix has been the one doing the job so far for me, for my family. Like everything we want, kids shows, everything is on Netflix. YouTube has really been doing the job. You need internet to get YouTube or Netflix, isn't it? I use Rain uncapped 5G every month. I pay 500 rand, 499 every month for the uncapped that I'm using. So, and that has been perfect. Some people complain they don't get a network, it's not doing this or not, but it has been. And I think I should be a brand ambassador for Rain. If you know somebody that works in Rain, please tell them that they should come and sponsor a video. So guys, it's been fantastic. I have no issues with Rain. Anyway, that's by the way. So but if you're going to be doing Netflix also, you need to have a subscription based viewing with them. So depending on what package you want to go for, you just need to add that. So those little costs like that goes also into what will add up to the overall amount of what you are spending. Rental electricity is 8.5. You add that to food. Food is like 2.5, and 2.5 to 8.5, that is 11,000. Transport, another 1.5. If you're using public transport, that is 12.5. If you are eating out, you're not eating your fast food. So your fast food, KFC, Nando's, they have single packages, they have single meals, they have family meals, depending on what you want. So if for myself, my family, if I'm looking at a family of 4, like a 500 rand is okay for us to eat in a fast food. We are good. Basic, we're good. So for a family of 2, like we've been trying to paint this picture for a family of 2 who is living in Joburg, maybe a 200 should be fine for the meal they want to get with drinks, so that is your fast food. But if you are going out there to a fine restaurant, a 5-star, you want to go to the Leonardo, for example, you want to eat classy food, you want to drink fine wine, you want to all of that, as I'm calling it, you should know it's money that is calling also. So whatever it is that you want to go and do out there in a signature restaurant, you need to put money aside for that. So if you're on a budget, so let's, for example, maybe I go to the Grand Cafe, I have a breakfast, a 250 rand should be fine for me for one. Have a proper breakfast or I have lunch, I should be fine with 250 to 300 rand in a classy restaurant for a basic lunch. So it all depends on how many of us are eating or what kind of food I'm eating, because obviously if I'm eating just chips, burger and lamb chops or lamb shank or your ribs, the prices would differ. So just for 2 people, let's say 1,000 rand to 1,005 is also, but you must probably spend less for 2 people. But let's also keep aside a budget of 1,000 rand to this amount of 12,000 that we have, so it's making it 13,000. So you may be spending up to, let's just round it up, you have a 15,000 rand budget every month for a family of 2 people, husband and wife. 15,000 rand every month. Like I've broken it down, you can see what the prices, the ranges may differ. You might be lucky get an apartment less than 7,000. You might be favored, don't have to pay for subscription, or maybe you're using DSTV, or you don't even use any, that's out of your budget. You might not want to eat out, and you don't have to spend that amount. So it's all about you knowing what works for you at the end of the day. So the cost of living in Joburg people will say Joburg is expensive, but it all depends on what you want, what you can afford, and the lifestyle that you want to have for yourself, that you feel this is good for me, this is what I want for myself, and you have the money to fund that. You can live a luxury lifestyle, you can live a budget lifestyle, and you can live below the budget lifestyle if that's what you want in Joburg. It all depends on what you want. So guys, I think I've been talking a lot, and I'm not sure if I missed anything out about the cost, because everything I've mentioned as related to what is it that I have faced, on a monthly basis, knowing I put together this budget. And if you're taking the kids out, you guys, I didn't even put the budget of that because I'm trying to just put a family of 2. But if you are like me, a family of 4, there are 2 kids, and we need to take them out every now and then. They need to go to this play park, or kids will always tell you they want this. Is when you take them shopping, just take them out. You are going to, you don't spend at all. You're going to spend 300 rands. You don't spend at all. You will spend something. The days I know I don't want to spend, I have to tell my daughter we're going out, and we are not buying anything. Everything that we need, we are taking from the house. We are going with it. We are not buying. We have everything at home. We're just going to do this and come back. Just going to have fun, play, and come back to the house. So, but the days I know we want to spend, we do that. So it all depends on what works for you. So I've not added that to the budget. So just a family of 2, this is 50,000. So now, if you need to readjust the budget to fit a family of 3, to fit a family of 4, and the family increases, definitely budget to be increased. So guys, I've come to the end of this video, and if there's anything else about my experience living in Joburg you want me to talk about, please be sure to put it in the comment section. I'll try my best, guys, to bring this content to you and work on it and bring them to you. So guys, I've come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. I will see you all in my next video. If you are yet to subscribe, guys, please be sure to subscribe, share, and like this video. I will see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye.